Hello, Brian here for quantlabs.net. We are going to talk about a lot of things in this video. To be honest, this is just a test to see if people are interested in this type of topic. If they are, I'll continue doing it. If not, I won't do it. The only way I can see interest in it is A, number of views. If you like it, show your like. Also, continue watching this as long as possible because that's how YouTube measures a video, and most of all, subscribe and comment as well in this video to show me you want to see these type of topics. And I'm going to be using TradingView as the place to demonstrate this. So here we are, a person asking a question that's very not appropriate in the wrong forum. So this guy's asking about trading strategies using price action concepts and support resistant lines. When I see this, for a quant group, this is technical analysis stuff. So he's mentioning hammer candles, bullish candles near the support line. Is it a shooting star pattern, bearish engulfing, blah, 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 resistant, and it will set price target and all that. Anyways, wrong audience. I'm not even sure if this will last in this a group, but I don't run it. So again, that's at quant.stackexchange.com. Anyways, if you're new to all this is very basics, technical support. Does it work? Doesn't it work? I don't know. I'd say it can work when you confirming something based around when the time of trade. That's what technical analysis is. And it's the same on the exit side as well. It's not to be exclusively used for forecasting a trading chart. It's dumb. It just doesn't work that way. And I've done enough Fibonacci analysis as an example to prove people it just doesn't work. And sadly, there's better places to focus on. Anyways, prices move because, and again, this is Investopedia, support and resistant lines. So truthfully, yes, agree. Supply and demand is what drives price, not just supply and demand, but also macroeconomic events, things that may shock the price up or down, so on and so forth. So in here, um, technical analysis use support resistance to identify price points on a chart where the probabilities favor a pause or a reversal. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through this. Here we have a chart with a gap down. Anything that gaps down, I'm not a big fan of. I'll just leave it at that. You can see here, this is the support they're talking about, kind of like a floor in the price. Trend line's another interesting one, same idea. This one I believe more in because if you have a long-term trend and price does go and break through a specific trend line, yeah, that can be a market entry point. But where's your other exit? Because here, where's your exit along here? And people think this is your exit here. Not because it could be here or here. And it's pretty well random. Nobody knows. And there's supply and demand driving that price. And you're also contending with macroeconomic events, or if it's a stock, obviously annual report. So that's what's drive to understand about trend. Can it work? Yes, to confirm for entry. That's pretty well it from what I see. Round numbers, moving averages. Now, out of all of the technical analysis, and moving averages are really not technical analysis, they can be really accurate because they don't lag and they're pretty good at forward indicating. I'm not going to get in that. You know how that works. Other indicators that are used is this right here, Fibonacci, and then they have a golden zone or a golden ratio. For the entry, usually you can kind of gauge yes for entry. And at what point do you use the exit? And that's the hard part of any of these. When is your exit? Some will use trading ranges, support, resistant, reversal, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's high level technical analysis, right? So then when you get over into my trading view, we're going to look at, set this up, Brent crude oil. Yeah, it's a CFD, big wow boo. We're just going to look at the price. Here on a daily chart, you can see here for the last year, we have a floor price right here. And look what happens. It does actually move up. Now, this really depends upon your time frame. Right now, we're on daily. We have multiple resistance. So does that mean this is your entry? And boom, and look what happens in the price. Does that guarantee that the price will continue to move up to the resistance level? Probably not, because what's driving that is supply and demand and macroeconomics. Okay, simple as that. Nobody can predict that. You can kind of get predicted with what a lot of the quantity funds do via options, chain, or implied volatility. When you get in all the mathy stuff, yes, you can kind of predict that. But generally, it can be different. So if I put up a weekly chart, okay, let's say here, and it looks a little better, right? So we kind of have a support here, but did it work here? No. Did the resistance work here? Kinda. But when it starts to hit a range bound, and I've said this before in my last video on math, stock market math, um, there's other ways to test that and to see if this price chart is what kind of uh, chart do you or strategy do you use? Do you use a mean reverting chart, or do you use uh, a trend following chart? Obviously, the trend following chart right here, opportunity as it declines. And again, this is a weekly chart. Okay, so that would be trend following, but on the short side. Here you can see it clearly is kind of trend following. But mathematically, as I've had one of my last videos, you can calculate that and be able to say what kind of strategy is it that you should use if this is the type of asset you want to trade. That's what matters. But again, we're way off on the original question. How can I improve my trading strategy with price action support? Here's the deal. If you're stuck on trading Bitcoin, if you're stuck on trading Bitcoin, or sorry, oil price only, are you also only following the energy stocks like an Exxon or a provider in the industry? It's a totally different style of trading when it comes to stock versus the actual future or option contract. And some people will only focus on one asset. If it's Nasdaq, it could be S&P 500, and a bunch of other people get say be gold. So it really depends upon your style of trading. So to answer this person's question, how can you improve this strategy? You can't. It depends upon the timing, when the opportunity is there to trade, what kind of strategy you're working with, and most of all, when is your uh, price going to go into a mean reverting mode or range bound? So that's what matters. That's how you improve your strategy, by using multiple strategies and not just using support and resistance. This guy's got it all wrong, and most of all is asking in the wrong uh, forum. Um, and here you go. If you want to know more, and this is why I show in TradingView, as I said, um, go here at quantlabs.net under the Learn tab. Let me continue. Okay, so now we've looked at weekly chart. And now once you start getting the weekly chart and the monthly chart, this is all about timing. You can see a big difference here and probably a little more accuracy in this. This is when you're going to be doing more buy and hold, more investing style of trading, not daily active day trading style. And this is more investing. But this seems to work pretty good, as you can see here. But once again, if you want to make real money to magnify this trading opportunity, that's when you start to go into the lower levels. So that's on a monthly. So let's say I go into a 4-hour time frame. You'll see the difference. See how much tighter it is. Support and resistance, kind of hard to say. Can you throw it out? Probably, because it's all over the place with the floor or support and the resistance as well. In here, it'll give you these indicators of when to buy and sell. Those generally don't mean a whole lot because, as I said, there's exogenous events that come in. And when I say exogenous, that means external events that are unforeseen by these type of strategies. They could be blown out by a surprise move, as in Russia declares war on Ukraine and spikes the price of oil. That's an unforeseen event, or something similar to that, where it can be unforeseen. So there's opportunity all over the place, depending upon your style. So if I go into a 4-hour, if I go down to a 1 hour, again, does it work? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Is it reliable? In this case, yeah, it looks like it's reliable. Here you can see a bear wick, but you're not getting a lot of these type of indicators. Got a bull wick and a bear wick. Okay, maybe you can turn this into an automated trading strategy using this one. And that's from Looks Algo. Does it have source code? Let's take a look. No, it doesn't. Oh, no, it doesn't. That's my strategy. Boop. But it's interesting to see that it can work. Again, TradingView has over 100,000 indicators and strategies you can use with open source you can look at in PineScript. So again, once you start to magnify down, you have more opportunity knowing what type of strategy to use. Trend following, is it trend following in the upside, downside, long, short, or is it mean reverting? Those are your basics. There's other types of strategies as well, as I've looked at before. And then you can go right down to, as you can see here, right into 30-second. Okay, so that's a 30-second time view. Now, not very many platforms can do that. One of the big benefits of TradingView is exactly this. Again, this is why I use TradingView right here. That means you can analyze this data. And guess what? I could probably analyze the proper futures contract that corresponds with the CFD right on the exchange if you're willing to pay the higher tier for that data. But I'm not here to promote that. I'm not here to publish it. And I'm not here to say and use signals around that, because I'd be breaking the terms of use with TradingView. But it's there if you want. This is why, again, I use TradingView. Now, if you are, just as a recommendation with TradingView, do not trade lower than 3 minutes, because after 3 minutes, right here, from what I understand, it will cut you off from trading because you're trading too much and you're really abusing the privilege of what TradingView offers you. So I think 3 minutes is the proper level, but again, don't quote me on that, but that's kind of what I've read in other websites. 5 minute may work, 10 minute may work, but as I said, you can see the actual data right on the exchange from the CBOE, the CME, or let me give an example here. Euro USD. Now I know I'm going all over the place, but I did say I'd be focusing uh, on Forex data. So here you can see the data sources from FXCM. So in here, if I go Euro USD, you can see here I have all the different available data sources. But here now you're getting into futures. MXE. Boom, that's a CME right here. And let's make sure we got it. Boom, that's right from the CME itself. And again, I can see that all the way down to 5-second view. No other platform that I know will give you that data for what you pay on TradingView. Again, you want to know more? I'll do this privately. quantlabsnet.com. Again, this is where you can go into kind of HFT, but only using PineScript, the proprietary language for TradingView. But you if you want to do this with Java, C++, you'd be paying a lot of big money for the data for this, right? From something like this is from the CME. But as I said, you can see you can get access. Here's the ICE. So this is the intercontinental exchanges out of Europe. And again, you can watch it all the way down to 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. Do the same thing with Bitcoin. You can do the same thing with a lot of major uh, assets. So one of the big benefits of TradingView. Now, coming back to the question, we've already covered that. I've shown you some very nice things with TradingView, and I typically do that in people that are actually watching this video throughout the whole video length. So if you are at this point, congrats, you know where to go. If you are one of these lazy people that don't get to that point, what can I do? I just gave you a free tidbit of information that a lot of people don't know. All right, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching.